channel. Okay, I am a few minutes early. I'm about 2 minutes early for the live. Um, but that's okay because ooh, 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 ooh. I'm trying to. I have a new phone, and I'm trying to set it up so that way I can get better quality on my channel. And so I'm just trying to upgrade you guys to the next level, if that's all right. All right, we have our first comment. Hello, good to see everyone. They're gonna slowly. I am a few minutes early. They're just gonna slowly come into the live, but that's all right. We have yeah okay. So I think it's time now, isn't it? Uh, uh yeah okay. Here we go. All right, so we okay. Well, just give me a second. Just having some technical issues. Trying to work out this new phone so that I can. So for the next live, uh, we can have some new quality on it. Yeah, that's about it. But okay, so this is a different kind of live because normally on the lives I'd build, a robot, build a Lego set, of your guys' choice. But due to high demand, um, you guys really wanted to see just the robots I've built and then just how I build other robots and stuff. So, that's a little sneak peek for something later. Um, of course, I understand not everyone's going to be able to make it to the live, so this is going to be a very special thing for people in the live right now. So, without further ado, I think what I'll start with is what do we start with? What do we we'll start with something small, right? We'll start with something small. My Z Blob mech, the modified Z Blob mech that I built. Um, this is actually as I said, this is modified, right? And this is actually version 2 of the first one I built, which is this one. So these were part of a set, and I bought one. Really liked it. I really like the size of them as well. They're like nice, just little action figures. Um, but I had the idea of this is actually from the full size Z Blob set, and I just wanted to see how it looked on it on the mini version, and I really liked how it looked. It was just this oversized canister on its back, and I thought how cool would it be if it could use that to shoot. You have the ball and socket joints here, and so it just worked together. All just yeah. I like the size. I like the posability of it with you know waist. It has no head rotation because it uses the Z Blob headpiece from the set, which doesn't really bother me. Um, and just has like the articulation that you could hope for such a small little robot. Of course, if you have questions or anything about the models that I'm showing, go ahead and ask. I'm gonna try to stay on top of the comments this time. Um, it's Gilly 18, and if I pronounce your profile name wrong, then that's just on me. I just have a problem with pronouncing profile names. Apparently, I'm currently working on 1-2, but I'm not going to school. Oh, okay. No, I think if you're building a robot, you shouldn't have to go to school. It's way more important. This is one that I've gotten a lot. Is actually this guy, because what I'll do with a lot of the time with him in shorts is like take his arms or something off, and then just combine him with a different robot. And for some reason, he has a unique talent of just looking unbelievably good with whatever modification you do to his limbs. So here we're gonna grab one of my favorites Iron Man sets for just the simple reason of it's just sick. Gonna grab this set and take its arm off. plug it in there. And then you can't look at this and not say that this looks just unbelievably cool. Just, yeah, it just looks sick with it right there. Um, there's even, let's see, oh, this is actually one of my favorite Iron Mans. I know not everyone likes it, but I think it's cute. You know, I love the arms. I love how they're just this thick arm, and I just dropped it. But yeah, that looks so cool to me, and I think in the future I want to make more in this style, um, to be able to just combine and be able to give you guys ideas to make them in unique styles. Let's see. I did see a comment. I can see the gold mech there. Yeah, this is him, the myth and legend himself, the one that everyone is just loves, is the gold mech. He has gone through some um, modifications since I don't know. I think the last time I showed him, but he essentially is the same guy, just with this giant, unbelievably large. I was trying to see how big I could make it, and just I made it pretty big. It's way bigger than the last time, and it's just it's you can't manage it at this point. It's just he's laying there for show, and that happens a lot of the time. But yeah, so that's it. This is also kind of a version of the gold one. Just I went more for like a hero, and I just hit it. I went more for like a hero kind of a style, so I wanted him to have like kind of dramatized proportions, but just made sense. I think it came out pretty well. I want to use like brighter colors for accents, so like the gold and the black, to try to get across of like hero. It did. I don't think it came out too bad. Um, yeah, one thing actually that I'm working on is this set right here, which is the Lloyd's Elemental mech that came out. Sheesh, it came out like 2021, something like that, years ago. Um, it's a unique set, and I feel like a lot of the Lloyd sets are like kind of following this style of just being really unique. Like you have the Lloyd's water mech that came out with Seabound season, and it's just like a really unique kind of design for the mech. And this elemental mech definitely does not shy away from that kind of uniqueness, because like what is that? Like it's not terrible, but it's awkward. It's interesting why the joint is behind the leg. Um and then you just have like the weird, it's definitely a samurai. It has to be like a samurai look thingy. And I'm not staying on top of the comments. Um what do we have here? Zoid JX J612. I got inspired of the gold mech and I made my own. That's awesome. Yeah, I know a lot of people really like the design and started making their owns. Yeah, that's a word. I think that's awesome. I think that's really cool. Um, oh, you can stand up. I'm currently in a relationship with a Mixel ball joint piece because it saves pieces instead of putting one two in one socket. Right. In a relationship with a ball joint piece. I'm happy for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy your guys' company. You know how it is. So yeah, I'm gonna try to modify this. Not now, obviously. Um, but in future, I hope to like I want to put a joint here, and it's kind of gonna be like my Kai's elemental mech that I did. So the joint would be going back and down into the leg or into the foot, which would fix the weirdness right there. Um, yeah, and then this would essentially stay the same. The torso wouldn't change, but I would put a joint. I'm essentially switching out these for joints. Gonna give him a hand swivel. My I think I'll leave that. I want to keep as much as the original set as possible because I do like the uniqueness. It's just awkward. It's unique but awkward. Because he's like trying to pull a Michael Jackson pose or something, and something just fell. But he's trying to pull a Michael Jackson pose and it's failing. But it's a unique set, just not practical in the mech world. What else? Yeah. So that's essentially it. I think if I'd want to modify anything else, it would be the new Hulkbuster that came out just a few weeks. I don't know, months. I have no idea. Time is an illusion. No, I can't find this guy's arm. I'll find it at some point. But he has no knees. He has no elbows, and he's only got a wrist swivel. So he is one of the most stiff Hulkbusters ever. And I mean ever, because you even have like the War Machine Hulkbuster, but at least he has, like decent artillery. Like he's gonna like blow you up. Even though he can't straighten out his arm, he's gonna blow you up with like every single one of these guns he's got all over his body. Um, which is cool. Like it works for this size, right? He's just a big chunky mech, right? To not have as much articulation as one of these, right? But for something this size, I feel like it should at least a little bit. And I can see from the standpoint of them trying to go for like the big figs, right? A Hulk big fig, he doesn't have elbows. He only has the wrist swivel, right? But still, it's a Hulkbuster. It should have some articulation in there. And once again, I've forgotten about the comments because I got so sucked into talking about robots. Boxy1337 Num, I made a Transformer OC Man. I made a lot of Transformers. That's awesome. I haven't wrapped my head around building Transformers yet. I got a lot of comments asking for me to build Transformers, and it's just I don't know what it is. It's just the trying to work out every bip and bob of a Transformer. Like this piece is gonna rotate here, and you're gonna pop a wheel on there for the truck mode, and it's gonna pop out here, switch down there, and pop like that, and now it's like a car. And I haven't figured that logistic out yet, and I found his arm. There we go. I did make one a long time ago. I think this was 2 years ago or something, and it was as simple as a wheel here, and a wheel at the bottom of the feet, and he literally just like everything twisted up like that, and he just drove around like just with his arms and legs out, and he transformed. He just put the arms down, and it was done. That was probably one of my only Transformers that I built. But yeah, so dude, you are my mech inspiration. Well, thank you. I want to be an inspiration to as many people as I can. I want to, build and create stuff that can inspire other people to build stuff as well. Okay, we're almost 15 minutes in the live stream. We have four viewers, and that's awesome. I never complain about the amount of people we have. Even if it was one person, I'd hope I can make that one person inspire that one person to just go build as many Lego sets as possible. But yeah, so I do have something here, and this is something I have not shown on my channel yet, and it's very, very special. All right, it's not very, very special. It's something I just have built and I haven't shown yet. So you guys are getting a sneak peek into it. Really, you're really not getting a sneak peek. You're just getting a preview of like what it is before I show it officially on my channel. But it is from the Doc Ock versus Spider-Man mech set, right? These are the Doc Ock arms on my own kind of backpack that you can attach to the back of the mech suits, right? And you can give them Doc Ock arms. I was working on how to like modify it to make it more grabby, however you call it, and I gave it these claw arms, right? And I want it to be as big and menacing as possible, and I think I achieved that, right? I'll take the legs off of here, and I'll just show you how it looks standing up. Put this there. So that is essentially what it looks like, and I wanted it to be just, if you were walking down a dark alley at night, this was the last thing you would want to see, is just these tentacle arms coming at you, trying to fight. And this can attach to the new mech, like the Nexonite kind of style ones. Because obviously the studs are going that way, it can't attach to like this unless you like literally swap everything up, like turn everything around like that. Which I just can't be bothered to do. But yeah, so even if you have like this set, you take this stuff off, right? And you put on your Doc Ock backpack like that, and you have the Doc Ock backpack on your Zane mech. Obviously, you need the Doc Ock set. Well, you don't necessarily need it unless you have like how many 3, 6, 9. Unless you have 12 ball and socket joints, right? And 4 of these. I think these were like Ninjago blade things, with water stone cryo. I don't know, blade pieces, but yeah, it's not bad. I think I did, and that just fell. I did add some green on the back just here, just to keep the vibe of Doc Ock in it. Which I think works out really well. We're gonna put this here. I once again I have fallen behind on the comments. I think I just commenting so much. Actually, last live stream we had 175 comments, which is absolutely amazing, right? Our record so far is 300. So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that that's the record so far. Okay, let's see. So yeah, this is actually a good place to start. This is one of my favorite bodies to use when you can get out there when building a mech, and I normally don't use this new style of cockpit piece. It's just awkward because it doesn't have the ball joint there, and I hate to think about the ball joint like coming out so far back. What I will use is, if I can find it, is the old Nexonite. Here we go. Yeah, I found it. Is the Nexonite piece with the ball joint on the side, with ball joint molded to it, which is my like favorite kind of these cockpits. So yeah, this is just a simple cockpit frame that doesn't use, because I know not everyone has them because they're not as widespread as I think they should be. Not everyone has this like 3-way ball joint piece right here that I use from a lot of my mechs to connect the legs and the torso together. So if you don't have that piece, this is a good alternative and gives you the same amount of rotation and everything you could hope for, but just on a bigger scale, Let's see. I didn't necessarily plan ahead. I probably should have. But this is I think almost one of my oldest mechs, if you want to have a little history lesson. I don't know how old this is. This is quite a few years old. This was over 3 years old, I think, over 4 years old or something like that. It definitely shows its age in how it looks. It's not very posable, right? It's very blocky, like at the arms, but it's simple. It's a simple design, right? Most people have these pieces, and even if you don't, there's simple ways you can get around them. So like instead of using the Nexonite shield piece, you can use this piece right here with a 2x1 slope piece. If I have it on my desk, I'll show like this. Right? It looks like that, or you can turn it around and have it give him a little like shield piece on his arm to protect him. There's a bunch of and you can have an open stud, and you can give him, I don't know, this oversized gun on his arm. Right? There's a bunch of ideas out there that you can use for this design, which I think helps it hold up with the newer stuff that I'm building, because like this is essentially this, just slimmed down and blue and gray and just high tech, right? But still works. And I once again need to check the comments. Okay, so simple. What mech should I build next? What mech should you build? Like a set? What set should you build next? I think. Let me think. You should probably build. What's a good set? I mean, the Doc Ock and Spider-Man mech sets were good, but I don't know. Oh wait, no, a OC mech. What's an OC mech? Oh, is that Transformer? Is that I have no idea. I am living in the past. I'm sorry. I don't keep up with. I don't keep up with you kid stuff. Kid what the new age is all about. Yeah. So own character. Oh, okay. You should build a. Let's see. We're gonna answer this question. I'm not gonna show another robot until I answer this question. This is a good question. What OC mech should you build next? You should. Oh, I'll give you one. You should. Let's see what I have here. Try and add something like this. Make a mech that is like, I don't know. I'm trying to explain this. Like everything on it is very like make sure the mech has no studs on it, right? Make it as like flat and like slim down and thin as you can, and then give it one like bulky arm that looks like it could be in construction, right? I think that's a good idea. I think I should do that. I should build like a mech like that. But that's my idea. You should try and build like the most high tech, flashy mech. And it doesn't even have to like be posable or anything. It just has to like look really, really expensive. Add like the gold accents to it, all this stuff. And then one of its arms is like a construction arm of just, it's all rusted and stuff. But yeah, try to do that. That's my idea. And someone Boxy1337 Nom says breakdance. I can't breakdance. I'm a man at his desk building Lego robots. I can't breakdance. We have 5 viewers, which is absolutely amazing. Oh, I upload my mech on the Skydrift channel. I'll probably check that out after the live stream. Thanks for letting me know. I want to see that mech. All right, I want to see that mech come to life. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Here's a mech that I got recently that actually is quite cool, but just how compact it is. This is actually one of the most smoothest mechs I've had in a long time, with like very few studs showing at all on it. I guess it technically has head rotation, if you count that as head rotation. I didn't even know it had head rotation until I just, I guess it can. Wow. Well, you learn something new every day. But it's got elbows, thumbs, fingers. I think the only thing it needed was maybe a arm swivel thingy, because it's kind of trying to move the arm. I think the ball joint shoulder isn't enough, but it's got the ratchet legs, ball joint ankles. There we go. But it's cool. I like it. It's cool. It's slim. It's a little compact, little cute little mech that Lego came out with. Um, and if you're wondering actually how I get all this Lego stuff, if you go on eBay and you look up Lego joblet, something like that. Job job lot. That's what it is. Job lot. It's a JOBLOT. A lot of like you'll get bundles of Lego, and they aren't that expensive, right? Of course, you'll have to scroll a bit, and some things are just outrageous, like how much the person's asking for. But normally, it's a reasonable amount. Here's one of my favorite mechs because of the options you have with it. It's I don't even know. This is the Iron Patriot mech or something. Here you can take these legs off, and I actually was thinking about modifying this, and I might do that. I might do that later today or something, because it's a really cool mech design, but it's so chunky. You know what I mean? Like if you do that, right? You do that, and you just kind of slim down the waist a bit. You can add the arms and things back, and it doesn't look as like because with I don't know what Lego was thinking with adding just like this chunky piece of work to the middle of it when like it doesn't look totally bad with that. Like its shoulders look a bit too broad, but it doesn't look bad. And I might even if you do this, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Lego has a great reason for switching from these cockpits to like the new style with no ball joint. I'm sure they have an amazing reason, and if you ask them, they're gonna give you their amazing reason. But for me personally, I think it's annoying because I prefer this, and if I get a mech, it's gonna come with this thing, and so I'm just gonna get a bunch of these cockpit pieces and only a few of these. So, but whatever. You switch out the cockpit piece. You have the slim down waist, and you have like a that looks like look how cool that looks, right? The arms aren't like all the way back here like on the other cockpit. They're not done nice and like right there. Open it up. Put your wherever I threw that guy. You put your little man inside. Like it looks cool. Like and you got the waist and yes, if you can't tell, I did modify the hands a bit to match the vibe of the mech to make them all clunky and everything. But yeah, this I'd prefer this kind of look over the fat weird one. But yeah, it's one of my favorite mechs for the simple reason of how like it's the world of like modifying it and trying to like work through it is big, and you have all these different options because of like with how I don't want to say bad, but like it's just seemed rushed. This set seemed like it had been rushed just to make a set for the Iron Patriot. But yeah, whatever. It's good. It's good. It's good. We're gonna put that there, put that there. So yeah, that is the mech before the modification, and it looks like it's wearing a diaper. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's wearing a diaper, and now I can never unsee that. All right. The next live stream is gonna be me modifying this to make it look like he's not wearing a diaper anymore, because that's gonna annoy me for a while. We're gonna put you there just so that I can keep an eye on you. Oh my days. So we're gonna put him back. Now, if you guys have any questions, and if you have asked any questions and I just have not seen them, you can re-ask the questions because I'm just really bad at staying on top of the comments. By the way, I upload my Grimlock mech is in the post section. Oh, okay. I don't think I missed anything. Okay, we're 30 minutes in. there's two people in the in the live, which is absolutely amazing. You guys are amazing for being in this live right now. Um, so what we're doing now is just going through mechs. I'm trying to answer whatever questions I can, just giving off some ideas. Um, let's see what else. Oh, here's one. Here's a classic. Here is a classic one. This is, if you don't remember, he used to have like wings coming out his back. This is Bug, and he had different feet as well. This is Bug, my robot, and it's been a lot. It's modified to heck, right? Um, but yeah, this was a really old mech that I had, and I had taken it apart because I wanted to upgrade the arms because I got new pieces for the arms or for the shoulders actually, and they were actually off-brand Legos. They weren't even official Lego, and I hate mixing Lego with non-Lego for the just it's just wrong for me for some reason. Um, but whatever, if you enjoy it, you do you. But it's this piece right here, and a lot of people said like, oh, Lego made this piece already, and I guess I'm just old because I've never seen this piece in Lego, but it does help with articulation. Like now it can raise his arm a bit higher instead of just like that. That's how high. That's as high as he can raise it with the Lego piece, and that's as high as you can raise it with the fake Lego piece, which, oh, okay, that just broke off. That that's an improvement, like a big improvement. Um, Here we're just gonna do this. Yeah, and it kind of it looks better, like having the shoulder be an actual shoulder and be like up nearest where a shoulder would be, instead of having it like straight on like with the chest kinda. Um, yeah, it's just better. I don't know, but obviously I don't like, and that just broke apart. Don't like mixing the pieces together. I wish Lego would make this piece in Lego because then I just buy hundreds of them and start making like mix like this, have the pieces in their arms because like that'd be sick to like upgrade the mech to have that goes kind of that pulls ability in the arms. Um, but yeah, so we'll see. We'll have to all write some letters to Lego to try to get them to make the Lego piece. Oh shoot, just added two of them on the same side. Gotta put that there, that there, that there. All right. Um, there we go. There we go. It's all good. So yeah, that is Bug, the mech. I think I know on other streams I've gone through the mechs I've built. And I think that's it for like new mechs that I've built and just ideas. I did show the new Kai's modified mech jet in another stream. So far I've upgraded both of them, the Kai elemental mech and the Kai's mech jet, which both look amazing. Which actually I will show them just so you guys can see them. If I can get them from here. I think there we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. So, actually, which is a fun fact, a little trivia for you about this Kai's mech jet. The arms of it, I was actually saving for Kai's elemental mech. I was modifying it before this one. So, but actually, I like the look of it so much that I put it on this mech, and it worked so well. But yeah, this is it. This is Kai's modified mech jet. It has way more posability than the other set, because I think the other set, how much posability the other set had? The other set had, I think, very limited elbows. It had no knees. It had ankle, hip, and shoulder, but it was it was a lot smaller. But this one has knees that bend almost way more than 45 and almost flush with the other leg. I put that there just to give some meat on its leg. Um, yeah, it has posable fingers, wrists, elbow, shoulder. Shoulder can go out, up that far. Obviously, elbows on a click joint. And then the cockpit is now two pieces instead of just one. So wherever I put that minifigure, where did I put? Oh, there you go. So take your minifigure, slot them. Don't slot them. Stick them right there. That closed up on him. That protects his head. And now you can fold the golden wings up. Bend these down. And now he's ready for battle. That is the Kai's mech jet. Modified. I guess I want to say upgraded because some people do prefer the set. I think the set was amazing. I loved the set. I did love the set, but I think it was just too small, and it just lacked posability and just yeah. Essentially everything I upgraded on it was with the set was lacking. Um, and here is the Kai's elemental mech, which I finished upgrading a few weeks ago actually. Which I think it turned out pretty good. I like how the shoulders came out with like being going out and down. I do like the white matching the ankles. Um, it is a bit more posable than the Kai's modified mech jet, and I think that just comes with not trying to stay so close to the source. I guess Kai's mech jet is a ways off from the source material, it being almost all white, and the most of the mech on the actual mech being mostly red. Um, but yeah, we're not going to worry about that right now. I don't know. It's just this came out a bit better than the other one. It just has I gave it kind of like a little battery back here. Actually, I might change this up a bit because it does look a bit eyesore-ing a little. I might change that up a bit. Like take this if I take this off, if I can get this off, take this off, right, and put this piece on. It might help just tie the mech together, even though it's boring, right? It's unbelievably boring. It's not There's nothing much gonna be on the back anyway. Um, yeah, it's boring. And if I could, I'd get the red ones here to try to like give the back a bit more volume. But for now, I think the little gray battery pack is fine. So, Kai's upgraded elemental fire mech that I will. Man, I just dropped a finger. Oh man. As I say in almost every live stream I've done, this is not a professional live stream. This is a child trying to do a professional live stream, and it's gonna be rough. There's gonna be people are gonna sneeze. You're probably gonna hear kids crying. I don't know. The camera's probably gonna fall at some point. That's just the way it goes. Um, so think we've gone almost through everything. I think if anything, I just show like modification ideas that I do to these Lego sets. Just personally, that if I got another one of these sets, I'd probably modify it in this way. But because I only have one, I want to try to keep it as the set, not including the Kai's elemental mech jet and the Hulkbuster that I'll modify because those are bigger sets and that's just we're just gonna ignore that. Yeah. So for the Zane battle mech, obviously it has the same kind of vibe as the city space mech, which just no elbows, little uh, ankle joints. And I would switch this piece out for a. I'm gonna show you exactly what piece I would change it out for. Let's show on here. I switch it out for one of these pieces, right? And I connect the wrist to it. I'll always keep the ice piece on. I change this cockpit piece from this piece to my favorite piece, which is right here, right? Switch those pieces out. Change this to my own hip version, which would be this right here. And then I changed this whole front section out for a white one from the Nexonite set, which I think I have. Pretty sure I do, because I do. And I change it like that, which would slim it down a lot. Cause that looks a bit better from this chunky. I don't know what Lego got problem with like slim or something, but all their mechs are like chunky and thick for whatever reason that is. I'm not sure, but yeah. So that is the idea. Essentially, slimming everything down. I'll give you an example. Oh, and then legs, obviously. With this piece being slimmed down, I'd want to slim down the legs. I'd probably keep the feet. I think the feet are fine. I think. But I would take this piece, and I'd probably turn it to one of the 2x1 ball and socket joints. So that's the idea. That's what I'm going for. Probably not gonna happen anytime soon unless I find another one of these Zane mechs, and it literally just has to be the mech, and then I can upgrade it, compare it to the original. If you guys want to see that, I'll see if I can find some, right? And it'd probably be like the same with the city mech, this mech. If I can find, individual just people selling the regular mechs, then I'll try to modify them, and in the next lives, I'll compare them to the original set and my modified version, and you guys can kind of vote on which one is better. If that's an idea that you guys like, you know. So yeah, that's what I do for Zane's mech. And then for, let's see, what's another good mech set that I think all the recent mech sets are like 100% modify. You have to because of how cuz they're cool, right? But there's no there's no knees, right? I feel like this piece, right? I think Lego was cooking, right? They had an idea, right? There was something here with this piece right here, right? There was an idea. Someone was like, you know what? We gotta do something about this. Lego was on the right track, but then they fumbled and they messed it up. They should have, for me, right, made this two pieces with where is it? With this piece going through the middle of them like that, and then giving it like an elbow like that, right? And if the pieces, if this wore out, you just got another one, stuck it between them, and then you could, because they'd be two different pieces. You could just slide them together, put the pin in, or have the pin and put them on either side of the pin. And then you'd have like just a posable elbow that you could like pose up, whatever. But it is a bit annoying because it's a cool set, but it's just lacking in the elbow and knee industry. But I think Lego is definitely kicking up their game, especially after the Doc Ock set, right? With, play features and all the crazy things that you can do with them. Yeah, it's only been 45 minutes, right? I tried to make the stream an hour roughly. So I'm not done yet, but um, next time I'm gonna see if I can find a set, or a lot of the time people sell boxes of Lego, and I'll see if I can find one of those, and it can be like a mystery. Just, what can we find? Anything good in this box of random Lego pieces? This is one of the Nexonite suits, right? And it came in a box, or not a box, a book, right? And it is cool. I like it. He's got a full on Glock, for his weapon, which I think is hilarious. But it's such a simple and easy design, right? And I'd love to take this design and modify it so that, obviously maybe fix the legs a bit, right? Give it a bigger pivotal area. So I do this. Oh, where's the piece? Here's the piece. Do this, take this here. Just take that out real quick. That there. And there we go. Like something like that, right? I just want to upscale it a bit, right? And then how cool would it be if you could army build these? Said you had a bunch of an army just of these little ground troops walking around with a shield and a Glock just coming for you, right? And that is the idea that I'd like to like. I need to send this to Lego. Lego, please make just a bunch of these sets, just mini Lego robot sets, so that we can make army build these guys. So that's the concept. Whether Lego will actually do it, or whether I'm actually gonna send Lego a letter asking them to do it. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that, but it'd be a cool idea to just have an army of them. So, yeah, one of my favorite sets. I love the Nexonite theme. Um, I think it definitely should have continued, because like the sets they were making were absolutely amazing. Like I have one, and I don't think it definitely does not have all the pieces to it, but it's cool. I like it. Um, it's the King mech, and this thing is this thing is a beast of a mech, right? Um, it's just it's ridiculous with how just like what is it gonna do with this right here in its arm? Like he shoots this off, shoots everyone, and then it's just Lego has something with like guns and it doesn't make Lego too realistic, but this guy has a full on blaster in its arm after it shoots off its little arm shield guy. And I love the head actually. I love that little head design. Apparently it goes to some other theme. I had no idea what that theme is. Um, yeah, afterward you just plug it back in like that, and you just continue battling the monsters. The sword is absolutely amazing. I love the little detail of like you have to wind it up or something. I never really stayed up with the show, but I did stay up with the sets, and I loved them. I loved them very much. Yeah. Let's see. I have no idea what else there is to show. I've shown almost everything. I showed what I was working on, right? I've just posted a few videos of this. They're scheduled for, I think, maybe next week or for a few weeks in the future. I'm not sure. But we got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes, right? There's one person in the live, and as I said before, I appreciate any amount of people in the live, right? They're doing this for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope this can help someone. I did get a few comments actually asking for if I could do it in a different time, instead of like 12. Um, uh, I did it like later or earlier because some people were asleep or some people were doing stuff. Um, I can make a vote. What I'll do is I'll go to the community post, and post asking what time would be better for you guys, and then we can kind of figure something out so that more of you guys can join the live while it's still live, obviously. Let's see. I think here is a sneak peek actually of a robot that I've upgraded, and I think this is coming out today. Maybe I'm not sure yet. But this is the War Machine mech upgraded, the upgraded War Machine mech, and obviously the upgrade part is just the arms. Um, but this, oh man, I really hate that piece, like that interferes with being able to move it. But either way, this is a beast of an arm. It's got added armor, the 3 gun launcher right here. I did add a joint or whatever hinge piece just to armor it up a bit more on the gun. Um, yeah, everything essentially is the same, right? Armor right there, you know, repulsor beam, whatever you call it, there in the hand, and then 3 arm cannon, which I wanted it to work, which is fine because I wanted it to work more with the Iron Man mech that we got as well. So obviously the War Machine being the big brute of a beast, I wanted it to work in tandem with the Iron Man, and Iron Man has the 2 guns. War Machine has just a buttload right there, and armored up and everything. And man, whew, back is killing me. This is kind of like when I was building the Lego sets. You feel the pain. But yeah, so it's cool. It's cool. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Modify ideas, right? I hope this kind of inspire you to kind of go for your own designs, right? Of course, you have all my permission to absolutely, like, any ideas you get from my channel, you can absolutely post on your own channel, right? I'm doing this because I love it and I want to inspire other people to be able to build their own robots and get their own ideas from just whatever I'm building. And if you just I love a mech so much that you're like, I have to build that and post it on my channel, absolutely do that, right? I'm not gonna hunt you down and be like, you stole my idea. Like, it was never mine to, like, hold on to, right? I'm showing you a modification idea or a Lego idea, right? Just showing you something that I built, all right? I'm more than happy for you to, like, go and be able to post it on your channel and be able to show it off, to whoever you want, that is absolutely amazing. I'm glad I can inspire people to be able to do that, right? With just showing stuff off like this. This is why I like the lives, because people can comment, people can ask for ideas, right? It's just a cool time, right? And we have Boxy1337. Hello. Hey, I'm the only one. Yeah, there's another person apparently. I think there's 2 people in the live right now. But that's fine, right? If you have any questions or something, feel free to ask. I'm gonna try to answer as best I can. And of course, like, if you need it for a different time, if you guys need it for, like, the live at, like, some other time, let me know and I'll work something out. Yeah, so we have 7 minutes left in the live stream. I think I've pretty much reviewed all the mechs that I kind of had set aside. Apart from this one, which is actually a recent mech that I got, and is one of the oddest mechs I think Lego's made. It's just, I'm confused on, like, what it is exactly. Like, I thought it kind of looks like Iron Patriot, right? But it doesn't look like Iron Patriot. The pulsability on it is fine. It uses the bionicle ball joints there with some regular Lego joints, with gripping hands, little pellets, and apparently this is like a chainsaw type deal. I guess I have never seen a mech with a chainsaw inside its hand like that. Um, yeah. So this is definitely an interesting mech. I think I love unique mechs, right? I think like its foot design is really interesting. I think it's a cool mech if you like the uniqueness of it. Like just like with the Lloyd's mech, it's not necessarily good. It's just different from the normal everyday kind of like Igor style mechs where it's just arms, legs, body, right? It kind of drifted away from that and did its own thing, like this mech with its weird little ankles. So yeah, I think it's a cool design. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? I can't believe I'm struggling here to show off a bunch of robot ideas. Um, I think one of the things is trying to keep up with all the comments because I on all of my videos I'll get a bunch of comments asking um, for like a tutorial for the mech I built for what some of the comments would be like, oh yeah, how much does it cost? And I'd be like, I'm not selling my robots just yet. It might be something I do in the future. I might consider it, but for right now I'm just showing off, hoping to give you guys inspiration, ideas, and maybe get you guys to build your own mechs or use the design to um, inspire someone else. Yeah, I think it's fun. I enjoy it. I know a lot of other people enjoy being able to like just build something, be able to show it off to like 25,000 people. That's how many subscribers I have. I'm blown away by how many that is. Like 25,000 people. That's half of 50,000, right? Like that's a stadium of people. And they all enjoy what I do and love being able to see all the robots I build, and it's really cool to see that. Um, and I think it's just not letting the pressure get to you and just trying to keep up with everything and be able to build good Lego robots that you hope people enjoy as much as you do. Um, yeah, I promise the next live stream won't be this boring. I think this one was just flat because so many of you asked for just uh cool little show off of like the mechs I built, which I hope you guys enjoyed it. No idea. I do see comments rolling in. Zophie H1HN8G, which Lego set took you the longest to build? Um, I would have to say, just for reason of size, the Cole's Dragon mech, which I actually have here, which I'll show. Um, which yeah, it doesn't even fit in my camera, which just shows how big it is. Yeah, it was this mech, and it was it didn't take me too long, but it took me longer than my average Lego set. So it was definitely a cool addition to the collection. So it is a bit dusty. It's just been sitting on my uh, shelf, but it's definitely a sight to behold before you fall asleep at night. And it's just like that is one of the coolest mechs ever. One of the mechs I want to build is the Kai's what is that? The Kai's Fire Night mech, which is has to be which I've heard is way better than the Cole's Dragon mech, Titan Dragon mech, whatever you call Cole's mech. Um, the Kai's Fire Night mech. Is on the top of my list of sets to get. Andre Suz M617M. I created a Lego robot that turns into a truck and a lawn, and the lawn turns into a robot too. That's impressive. I think it's impressive whoever can build a Lego robot better than mine. It's just like the one I built, arms flip out and it just drives around like that. I think anyone that can build a Lego robot transformer like something like that is absolutely talented and deserves applause. Yeah, so we got 1 minute. Oh, okay, we have 8 seconds really. But I hope you all enjoyed the live stream. I hope this was helpful to some of you. So I hope helpful to all of you guys, to give you guys inspiration and ideas on just the robots that I built. And I think next time it shouldn't be as boring. Um, I'll try to find some sets. I know a lot of you wanted like Ninjago sets. I really like the Ninjago set builds. Um, I'll see if I can find some Ninjago sets I can build live. And then, if I can find a few more of these, I'll modify them on stream so you guys can see the whole process of, the modification and everything. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Yeah, hope it was fun for you guys. I'll make a post in the community tab for what time would be better for you guys, so that more of you guys can join the live stream and it won't be like either at night or too early or too late or whatever. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps some of you get some inspiration. I mean, rewatch the live just to see some ideas and little tweaks you can do, some mechs. And next time I'll try to make it more entertaining. We'll get the music back. We'll get the music back from the last live stream, and make it fun. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. If I can figure out how to turn off the live stream. I don't think I can turn off the live stream. Oh wait, no, I can't. I can't.